So another review for you guys. Today I have the Jaxx Kawaii Panda wireless headphones. These are a Five Below product, $7 is the price tag. There's some interesting specs about it right here. 4 to 5 hours of playtime, which is very rare for Five Below. About 1.5 to 2 the charge, depending if it's fully charged or halfway charged or dead headset. Bluetooth 5.1, 40mm drivers. Pretty decent headset so far on paper. Unfortunately, it still uses the micro USB, but that's not life and death for everybody. It is Five Below, so temper your expectations like always. And let's get right into this video. So let's unbox it together, guys. And like always, the timestamps are in the description of this video, so you can skip to the part that you personally want to see. And this is super surprising. This actually has a lot of plastic in it. It's actually wrapped up. You can definitely tell that they decided to take care of this one, which makes me think that maybe they have some type of contract with this company, because, you know, when you see stuff like this with the little, it's just actually pretty cool. You know what's crazy? These headphones feel really, really good. Even though they still look plasticky a little bit and cheap, they actually feel good. They look good. They snap shut. I like these, believe it or not. My wife is going to like something like this, especially if it sounds good. Unfortunately, they are fully Bluetooth, which basically means if you use these, there is no USB jack, not micro USB. There's no headphone jack, 3.5 jack. It is fully Bluetooth. And if they sound good, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more for the godchildren that I have. But this is everything in its glory. Looks pretty cool. I don't think this does anything. It's just like a sleeping panda. They also have one at Five Below that's actually a, what's it called? A frog, and it's green. So, headphone jack right here, as you can see. This is the physical power button. Just so you guys know, you know, I like doing videos, I'm transparent. I am recording this on a Samsung A54 5G by Metro by T-Mobile. So this is the quality of the camera on, I believe, full HD 60 frames. It does have 4K, but only at 30 frames. So I'm using 60 frames. Pretty cool looking headset, feels good. It looks nice. To be honest with you, it even twists to the side so you can just lay it down flat. This is really, it's not quite premium if we're being honest, but this is definitely something, just by looking at it, this is normally will probably cost you about $20, $25 if you was to go into a regular store. At least aesthetically, it looks like it's actually pretty decent. But anyhow, let's go ahead and see how it feels on top of the head. And then I want to let you know how it sounds too. All right, guys, so this is how the headset actually looks on the ears. It actually covers your entire ear. I have very thick glasses. I'm super greasy, but don't mind a greasy ass face. There's nothing I can do about that with my little clip-on tie. But anyway, this looks actually very good on the head. It feels very comfortable too. Like with this going down and then this part of the shaft going to the side, it's less pressure. Normally headphones at Five Below kind of crush your skull and crush your brains when you put them on there because they're built cheap. This is Jaxx, which I'm very, very surprised with, because it's that Kawaii bundle. That's probably the reason why it looks better than what it actually does. So I don't feel any discomfort whatsoever when wearing this. And I had it on for about an hour so far, so I feel pretty good. So with that being said, let's go over to how to sync it. So two things are going to happen right here. One, we're going to open up this so you can see the actual instructions. Because normally in my old reviews, I used to show you how to actually do it, but this seems a lot simpler for those that might buy this and not actually have the instructions. So here we are right here. Pause the video in the section that you needed to, take a screenshot if necessary. It shows you exactly what it does, charging, how to turn it on to pairing mode, and all that good stuff. So it says, turn on, enter pairing mode, press and hold the button, power button for 3 seconds. All right, let's flip it over here. All right, let you know about the USB, and these are some of the tech specs that we already talked about earlier on. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, pause the video on the part you need to see. Right here, we have my trusty A20, which I'm going to retire this soon and just use a tablet for my Bluetooth needs after today, probably. I'm going to go ahead and go to Bluetooth, turn that on. We're going to turn this on. Hold the button. Come on, give me a charge. All right, so hold it for 3 seconds. It's blinking red and blue. So if you go down here to this paired devices, here we are, BT Kawaii HP. Go ahead and tap that. See how long it takes to actually sync. Now, like I always say before, for Apple users, you just press sync, it'll automatically sync. With Android users, you have to follow up and say okay, because certain headsets can read text messages. Certain headsets have Google Voice and support in many different things. So you just gotta press yes. And that's simple, that easy. You don't have to put it through any sync process. If you unsync this, or if you leave this phone off and then turn this headset on, it'll put itself back in sync mode because it's not connected to anything. You can sync to a secondary device. But realistically, you're gonna wanna what's the word here? You're going to want to unpair it before syncing it to another device, especially if you have that pair device still inside of your home. But a very simple, basic process. That's it. No need to waste your time anymore. Let's go ahead into the next section. All right, guys. So for the music, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my head. If I do talk a little bit louder, it's because I have it on my head. And for this, I'm not using any equalizer or anything. I go straight to my files, videos right here. See what I have. That a screenshot? Make sure it's nothing crazy. Yep, just my cat. We're going to play some YouTube friendly music. You won't be to hear it, but I will, and I'll let you know how it is. Ooh. No way. Okay. Let me do it from the beginning. Jesus Christ, it sounds really, really good, man. I'm going to have to buy another pair of these. I'm going to get one after work. I have to buy another pair so far. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me pause that. Let me tell you something about this. This is pleasantly surprising. So, how do I say this? I don't have anything bad to say. This is one of the few times that I've actually did a review, and I don't have anything really bad to say. You know what's funny? The moment I saw this in Five Below, I knew that this was going to be a decent headset in terms of sound, right? Because when I saw the little Panda, I know it sounds nuts, but I order a lot of stuff outside of the country from Japan, be it figurines, whatever, right? And a lot of times when I order, I'm talking like I'm whispering. A lot of times when I order this stuff, what I notice is that there's a lot of alternative products that sound really, really good that you would never think about in a million years because you don't want to waste your money. So they go under the radar. And this is base Jaxx. Sometimes it's hit and miss with their products. Some is really good, some are really bad. But so far the music is nice. Even when I turn it up, which I didn't turn it up in this video, but I tested it before I, to make sure everything was synced properly. And I played a couple songs that had actual audio, like voice and things. It came out clear. The bass sounds pretty decent. Like, if I want to just describe it, like if you ever had a pair of Skull Candies, right? Like Skull Candy Crush, not Crushers, because they have an insane bass, but like the Skull Candy Hesh 2 and stuff, this is comparable to that. And that's like a $30, $40 headset, $50 headset normally. And this sounds really, really good. Like as soon as I saw the build quality, the look of it, the shine, oh man, I knew it was going to be good. Like you can tell, like you can feel something sometimes, like it's a good product. But anyway, the bass sound good. The kicks sound just fine. The hats, the quality of the music, the violin that plays, everything blended in the way that they were supposed to. Obviously, if you're using better earbuds like Samsung Buds or something, it's going to sound way better. I'm using that as a reference, not a comparison directly to this, because we know which one is better. But it still sounds really, really good, and it holds up very, very well. To put this in perspective, these remind me of back in the day, and I'm about to show my age, in the 90s and 2000s, where corded headphones were more of a thing. Where remember the $20, $30 Sony headphones that everybody had, and they would buy them real fast. They were all black. You get it from Circuit City or something, or from like FYE, and it was like the go-to for people that wanted something affordable but still sound good. This is what these remind me of, and they're Bluetooth. The only gripe I honestly have at this moment is that it doesn't have a headphone jack, and I really wish it did, because that would have made, listen, I would have used this for my PC. My PC does have Bluetooth, but I prefer corded stuff most of the time, or USB. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that. But for the price tag, this is really freaking good, man. Like, I'm considering getting more of them, the Frog one and this one, and giving them to my godchildren as a like box gift with other stuff for the holidays or their birthday, because they like headphones. And this right here sounds really, really good. I just wish it was USB-C, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This really outdoes a lot of the cheap Five Below stuff that I did on the channel, and this is comparable to like a $20, $30 headset so far with just music. Now, obviously, if you're a super music lover and you're using sound cores and AirPod Pro Maxes and all that stuff, it doesn't compare to that. But I don't feel like when I put these on my head, right? I don't feel like a lesser user. Like for instance, when I use these, I love these headphones. This is my go-to on my secondary channel when I put on my head and I do like edits and stuff. They don't sound as good as that in terms of music, but they still sound very, very clear. It's a close second, and I have no gripes about it so far. So let's just hope the voice is just as good. That's what I'm hoping for. And then we'll close out this video. So this right here is how the headset is going to sound. I am talking in an open lobby that has a lot of echoing. So I just wanted to just do this in inclement, it's not inclement weather, but just in different circumstances, you can see how clear it's actually going to sound. So if you're having phone calls and things like that, this is 9 times out of 10 what the other person is going to hear. What I will say, if you're using applications like Twitch Studio or Zoom calls, amongst other things, you are able, depending on the software, to tweak how each earbud sounds. You are able to tweak the microphone a little bit. But if we're just talking about just raw record as is, no software involved except for hit record, this is the quality that you're getting, and it's really up to you, the public, to decide what it is that you like. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Let me turn this off. These headphones are good. The sound obviously isn't going to be AirPod quality in terms of like call qualities and things like that, and I don't expect that. It's a $7 headset. But my guess is that this was probably around $20, $30 initially. I remember back in the day, like I said, with FYE and stuff, they used to sell iHomes and all types of different, I guess you can say off-brand products now, and that's normally in Ross and Burlington for $20, $30, $40, $50. They should sell a lot of wireless speakers and things, which still exist in a lot of places, but they're more so online now. And other brands, Logitech and other ones, have surpassed them in quality. Well, they've been better than them in quality, but also the price tags is better too. So it kind of phased out some of these companies out of the market. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. 1 second. Excuse me. But everything about this is pretty decent. I don't have any issues with this. And even though I tempered my expectations, I was super excited to talk about these because everything in my soul told me that these were going to be a decent pair of headphones. When I saw them in the store and I turned and looked, I stopped. I didn't look at any other product. I picked this up and said, I know for a fact with the aesthetic that this is something that's going to be popular if it's good. And the moment I purchased it and took it out of the box and just looked at the build quality of this is good. I cannot stress that enough. I wouldn't be surprised if my wife wanted to keep these just because of how cute they look on that aspect. But then on top of that, they actually don't sound bad at all. These are good. These are very, very good. As a matter of fact, I would wear these on my head on my primary channel, on my secondary channel, talking about different topics, just because I like the way they look in the little pandas. But I have so many headphones, I don't need to do that. But I do like these a lot, and you can't go wrong with them for $7. Now, longevity-wise, I can't tell you how long this is going to last. You know, it depends on the temperament of how rough you are with products, how often you clean them. It also depends on, sometimes things come defective. It is what it is. I'm not the manufacturer, so I can't tell you how long it's going to last. But battery life is on key, 4 to 5 hours, depending if it's 70% or higher. About an hour and a half to 2 hours to charge. Would have been nice if it had about a 10-hour minimum battery life, because most have 15, 12, 20 and higher. But for the price tag, it's not bad. I'm not mad about it. They really outdid themselves with this one. And I highly suggest this for anyone, a kid or an adult that just likes this aesthetic. It will work for them just fine. Pick it up. Even if you don't want to give it to anybody yet, buy it now because it's going to sell out real fast. They didn't have many in this places I went. And just hold on to it. And I'm telling you, someone will like this as a gift. I guarantee it. But anyway, like and subscribe like always, and I will see you guys in the next video.